Very quickly before we get into today's video, this is just a very quick reminder. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, we are just around 70 subscribers away from the big 1K, the big 1,000. It's going to be mental scenes when we hit it. So do subscribe if you haven't already. The button is just down below. One click will help me out and it will be absolute mental. Let's get into the video. Come on. Yes, lads, it's 2v1 Talk Footy here, and in today's video, we are back inside for the Premier League predictions, but we are back again. It's game week 8. Last week, we were outside versus the white side of North London's finest, Mr. Sam Chipek. Amazing to have him on the channel. He got a fairly poor score of 5 points, taking the guest to 30. I got 8. Putting myself on 44, distancing myself between the guest, keeping that breathing space. I'm now on 44 points. The guest still very low down on 30. This week's guest is a real main man of the channel. It is, of course, my old fellow Arsenal companion, Jamie, the blonde guy, compared to mayonnaise in every single one of my videos. God knows why, it just happens. Jamie is this week's guest. Hopefully, we're both going to back Arsenal to come away with the 3 points against Aston Villa. We'll find out later on in the video. Match number 1 comes from the Amex Stadium. Graham Potter's Brighton host a very struggling Sean Dyche's Burnley. Both sides had a very tough start to the season. Brighton on 5 points. I think 5 points. Burnley bang at the bottom with 1 point and only scored 1 goal all season. Absolutely poor. I think this is going to be a ball draw. It's going to be 1-1. Burnley will ride their luck and Brighton will be absolutely robbed like they have done many times already this season. It's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Okay, so I've been asked to be on Tubian's Gameweek 8 Premier League predictions. The first game is Brighton v Burnley. Burnley, obviously, I don't think they haven't won a game this season, and Brighton just about lost it against Spurs. I'm going to go for a 1-0 draw here, though. I think Maupay is going to score a penalty for Brighton in the first half. Second half, I think Ashley Barnes going to get the draw for Burnley.
And the second part of a double header on Friday night comes from St Mary's, high-flying Southampton without Danny Ings, host Newcastle, and I think this one will show how much the Saints are missing Ings. Steve Bruce's boys will have an absolute masterclass. They're going to win 3-1 down on the south coast, leaving Ralph Hasenhüttl and the Saints absolutely silenced.
Alright, so it's Southampton v Newcastle. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think Southampton scores be Che Adams and Ward-Prowse. And then for Newcastle, I'm going for a Wilson brace. It's going to be a very tight game, but yeah, 2-2 draw.
Right, so me, obviously being the idiot that I am, removed by mistake the footage of Everton versus Manchester United. My prediction now, as it stands, United are 2 minutes away from losing to Turkish side Istanbul Başakşehir in the Champions League. Awful result for them and their manager Ole. But I think they're going to turn it around here. Everton have lost their last 2 games. They're not the same team without Richarlison. They're going to lose here 3-1. Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, masterclass.
It's a big one, Everton v Man United. Man United obviously losing 1-0 to Arsenal. Everton losing 2 in a row. Their last one against Newcastle. I'm going for a 2-1 Everton win though. Digne and James obviously back for Everton. No Richarlison though. Calvert-Lewin and James to score for Everton. And then for Man United, Bruno Pen.
Next up, we go to Selhurst Park down in South London. Crystal Palace host Leeds. Roy Hodgson versus Marcelo Bielsa. I'm going to go for a 2-1, very scrappy Leeds win. Leeds will get the 3 points. Patrick Bamford and Matthias Klitsch will get the goals. Zaha for Palace, very scrappy, boring game. Leeds 2-1 win.
Leeds v Crystal Palace. I think Leeds, it's going to be a very tight game, but Leeds attacking football, Palace defensive football. I think Palace going to need to change the tactics around this game against Leeds. I'm going to go for a 3-2 Leeds win. Bamford at the brace and Helder Costa, and then Zaha to get a brace. It's going to be a tight game though.
Now we stay in London and go to Chelsea, who host Sheffield United. Chelsea play at home in the Champions League against Stade de Rennes, French side, tonight. They're back at home on Saturday to face Sheffield United, and I can see a 2-1 Chelsea win. Sheffield United lacking on goals, but I think Chelsea will just ride their luck a little bit. They'll scrape a 2-1 win. Chris Wilder's side will give them a good game. Jamie, what do you have to say for this one?
Okay, Chelsea v Sheffield United. Sheffield United obviously winless this season so far. I think that's going to carry on this week. Chelsea, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Chelsea win. I think Ziyech and Pulisic are going to score for Chelsea. Sheffield United, I don't know what they're doing. Need to fix up, but it's not going to happen this week.
And staying in London once again, we go to the Irons, West Ham, who face another London side, Fulham, Scott Parker's boys. Scott Parker returns to his former club as a manager this time. David Moyes will be looking to bag another 3 points after a very big disappointment at Anfield. They played very well. They took the game by the scruff of the neck, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do here. I think they're going to come away with an absolutely staggering 4-1 home win. Fulham got their first win of the season. Their run ends here after one match. 4-1 to the Irons.
The next game, West Ham, Fulham. Fulham obviously getting their first win of the season against West Brom on Monday night. This week, I don't think they're going to get their second win. I think West Ham will be too strong for them. I'm going for a 2-1 West Ham win. I'm going to go for Mitrovic for Fulham, and then for West Ham, I'm going to go for Haller and Ben Rama, his first goal of the season.
Now, first of obviously 4 games on Sunday, we go to the Midlands. West Bromwich Albion host Tottenham Hotspur at the Hawthorns. West Brom have had a poor start to the season. 3 draws, 4 losses. Their most important and awful loss came on Monday night at Craven Cottage against Fulham. Do I think they're going to lose again here? I don't. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. Not saying any more. Jamie, what's your prediction? 2-2 for me.
Next game, West Brom Tottenham. West Brom winless this season. Tottenham looking very strong in attack. Defensively, I'm not convinced, but they'll definitely get the job done here. I'm going for a 3-0 Tottenham win. Son at the brace and Kane with a penalty. They'll be way too strong for West Brom, and it's going to be another L for West Brom.
Now, this is a very, very interesting game. Leicester City host Wolves. Big game. 2 very good sides who have started the season very, very well. Very good managers, top players. I'm backing the Leicester boys, the Foxes, to continue their staggering run of form. Come away with an absolutely unbelievable 1-0 home win. Brendan Rodgers to beat Nuno's boys.
Leicester v Wolves, what a game this one's going to be. Very tight, I think. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Leicester win. I think Jamie Vardy, 80th minute goal or so. Wolves, they're going to hold out to the end, have a few chances, but Leicester's going to stay firm and then get a counter. Jamie Vardy pounces as he does always. 1-0 Leicester.
And this is the game of the weekend. Pep Guardiola versus Jurgen Klopp. The Blues versus the Reds. Manchester City versus Liverpool. The old foes, the enemies, meet again for another excruciating title race battle. Is this game going to live up to the expectations of the past? No. It's going to be a boring old 1-1 draw. It's just how it is. Sometimes these big games really do disappoint, and unfortunately I think this is going to be one of those games. Sadio Mane will get the goal for Liverpool, and I think it's going to be a cheeky Ruben Diaz header for City. Very, very even game. This game, for me, will decide the title. Mark my words, it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Jamie, let's hear your prediction.
The next game, Man City v Liverpool. It's going to be a very, very hard one to predict. But I think the way City are defending right now, obviously 1-0 against Arsenal, 1-0 against Sheffield United, kept a clean sheet midweek in the Champions League. Liverpool without obviously Van Dijk and Fabinho not there, so that's going to be a massive loss. Klopp has already confirmed that Firmino's playing, so I think it will be, I'm going for a 2-1 City win. It's going to be very tight, but I think they'll just nick in the end. I think their attack's going to be way too much for Liverpool's weakened defence. So yeah, 2-1 Man City.
Final game of the 4 on Sunday, and the final game of the weekend. I do believe it is the Gunners, Arsenal. We host Aston Villa, who had a very good start to the season, but have been a bit rocky of recent times. Lost 3-0 at home to Leeds, and then 4-3 in an unbelievable match at home to Southampton on Sunday. I hate to say it, lads, this is going to be another cracker-jacker of a game. It's going to be a 2-2 draw. Villa will take us by the scruff of the neck. They won't take us for granted. They're going to go in for the kill. It's going to be a 2-2 draw. I'm very, very interested to see what Jamie thinks. I think we're going to bottle it.
The last game, my boys Arsenal taking on Villa at the Emirates. Villa, great start to the season, not doing too well recently, conceding 7 goals in 2 games. Arsenal looked solid against Man U. Party was immense. I think I'll be 2-0 Arsenal here. I think our defence will stay strong and our attack will just do the rest. I'm still worried about creativity, but I don't think there should be a problem here. I'm going to go for an Aubameyang goal and a Lacazette goal. 2-0 Arsenal.
And there we have it, lads. End of the game week predictions. Game week 8 next week. Obviously, we'll be back for game week 9. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a big one. Jamie, you're an absolute champ. Will I beat you this week, though? 100%. Of course I will. We already know I'm the GOAT of Premier League predictions. I'm going to increase my lead on the guess, and Jamie will be in the mud. That is it for today's video, lads. If you have enjoyed it, you already know what to do. Drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe for more. Like I said at the beginning, we are in touching distance of 1,000 subscribers. I will see you in the next video in a bit, lads. Bye bye.